All right, let's try that again. I think now you guys can hear me, and you guys should be able to hear the music once I start playing it. I'm going to wait for a few more people to hop on in. Let me double check that we are live on Facebook. Pretty sure we are. Let me go to my profile. Yes, we are live on Facebook as well. Wow, that took a lot. Somehow my mic just kind of disappeared from Streamlabs. I'm not sure how that happened. Yeah, it's always a bad thing when you got to restart a stream because any momentum that you got as soon as you started the stream is totally gone. So who knows if the first people that hopped in here will come back. But in the meantime, well, like I said, if you're wanting to submit beats for the beat critique, just submit. If you're on Facebook, the link is actually in the title. If you're on YouTube, the link is in the description below. And if you're on Twitch, the link is right below the video that you're watching right now. What's up, Classy? I definitely appreciate you stopping by, for sure. Definitely appreciate that. Hopefully you guys are staying safe out there, still feeling healthy and whatnot. But yeah, while we wait for some more people to join up and submit their beats, we do have a few beats that we could play through the Discord, but I'm just going to play the latest thing that I've been working on. I'll be sure to get to the other beats as well. What's up, KG? What's up, Simo? You guys can't tell, this beat obviously isn't done. It's not arranged or anything like that. That's why the bass line is just straight notes. It's just the same note over and over again. Simo, you still have school? That sucks. Most people in America don't have school. Simo lives in Mexico, if you guys don't know. Oh, online school. Okay, that makes sense. You guys have e-learning in Illinois? That's my home state. I'm up in Michigan right now. No, this is, no, it's not the bachelor base. Because, I mean, I guess it could be. The bachelor base is, all those bases are sampled. This is straight from 3x Osc. So it could be the one that I sampled from this, but, no, I don't think that it's that exact one. Let's go ahead and play some of the beats that we had from the last Beat critique. Cool. I think I need to keep this at 30 frames per second. Before I had it at 60, and I guess I was getting dropouts during the stream. So, but for recorded video, it seems to do just fine. So, this first one's from DJ Vivaldi. I'm pretty sure this will be just as unique as his usual tracks. Yeah, there's no reason to use use a VST when you have those type of samples. Another reason why one-shots are so popular right now. Have any of you guys checked out Genesis Pro? I was expecting to hear a lot about Genesis Pro, but it's been out for a little while now and I haven't heard anything about it, so I looked it up and it seems like not too many people are happy with it, even though it's only $1. Do I think RC20 is worth it? Yeah, for sure. Get it on sale though. I don't think it's worth full price. I think full price RC20 is like $80. I think that's definitely not an $80 plugin. Definitely not an $80 plugin. I got it for $40, so I think it's $40 right now. So definitely pick that up if it's on sale. If it's not on sale right now, it will be soon. Genesis Pro was made by I have no idea how to pronounce his name, but he's a DJ, and he pretty much made a VST over the past 10 years. It's more dedicated to EDM, so I don't expect a lot of you to really know about Genesis Pro. But yeah, for it being worked on for 10 years, a lot of people are really disappointed with it, unfortunately. What's up, Clinton? It's $99 right now. Yeah, definitely not worth $100. Definitely watch my lo-fi video if you want to do everything that RC20 does inside of FL Studio for free. But why I would pay $40 for RC20 is because it's all right there in one plugin. That's worth $40 to me. But if you're on a budget, you could do everything that RC20 does for free. So check out that video. Simo said he downloaded typical DJ Vivaldi right there. The beat totally switched up. Simo said he downloaded Looperator to try it out. Hi-hats sound crazy, but you don't have $120 to spend. Exactly. I don't have $120 to spend on something like Looperator, but the next time it goes on sale, if it's half price, I'll pick it up. Out of all the glitch plugins, Looperator has always been my favorite. From how you use it to the actual sound that it produces, it literally sounds like higher quality than Effectrix and Glitch 2. Those are the two most similar to Looperator. And then you have, your Cable Guys, Shaper Box. That's pretty cool, but it's a lot more complicated to use than Looperator. Yes, Melda Sound Factory, yeah, that's pretty dope too. I haven't tried it, but everything that I've ever tried from Melda has been absolutely fantastic. They have a free plugin bundle. It's all basically duplicates of what you already get in FL Studio, but definitely check it out. Simo says unstable and lo-fi on Maximus and isotope vinyl equals RC20. Yeah, Unstable is a 32-bit plugin. I used to use that on my old computer. I got rid of it. You could hop into Patcher, and there's a preset called Humanize, and it's unstable. It's the same thing as Unstable. It actually sounds better than Unstable, in my opinion. Simo said he tried Effectrix. Yeah, I did try Effectrix way back in the day, like right when I first started producing. I liked it back then, but as time went on, I just heard a lot better effects plugins like Looperator. Did you switch keys? Because this sounds like it's out of key. Yeah, it sounded like it's out of key right there. One note though, so it sounded like you're in a scale that's just one note different, and that's possible if you guys didn't realize that. Sometimes you could have every single note sound right except for one. Yeah, every scale has a parallel scale that is just like that. Basically, out of all the scales, you'll have the scale where all 7 notes work, and then there's a scale where only 6 of the notes, then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. So keep that in mind. Yeah, Clinton Robinson heard it too. Next one from Nemo. Side piece didn't like Nemo's beat. I haven't really seen too many internet money streams. I know Side Piece does like all of them, but they're always like really long. He streams for a really long time, so I'll hop in there like randomly and listen to a few tracks. But usually when I'm in there, it's more songs than beats. So that's what I like about that stream. There's a lot of artists in those streams, so if you do get a chance to submit to any of those internet money streams, you might be doing yourself a favor if you have a beat that really appeals to artists, because yeah, a lot of artists in general, these beat critiques, not mine as much as others, but especially with the number of viewers we have right now, but you'll be surprised how many artists watch and submit songs. So this would be so dope if this was cleaned up. It just sounds like it needs EQ really bad. It sounds like it's begging to be like really clean and crisp, but it sounds like you tried purposely dirtying it up. I would go the other way with it because of the nature of the sounds that you're using here. Kaiju says, I have Ozone Elements 9. I have 8. Like the first version, and I can afford the version upward, the standard edition. I think it's worth getting. If you go on Plugin Boutique right now, you could get the Tonal Balance Bundle. That's what I recommend, because that actually gives you the advanced version of everything in Ozone. But that's only if you have an Ozone or an isotope product. Yeah, when I said ozone, I meant isotope. So you would get neutron, ozone, nectar, all that stuff in that bundle. I think that's one of the best mixing and actually, I would say it is the best mixing and mastering bundle that you could buy. But that's only available for people that own isotope products already. So you're actually in that category because you have Ozone Elements 9. Yeah, let's go to the next. Well, let's skip ahead a little bit. Yeah, sound selection is on point, but the mixing of those sounds, I would have gone a different route. But I respect what you did there for sure. Just a difference in taste. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. See how different this is from DJ Vivaldi's last track? It's really rare to hear two of the same track from Vivaldi. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Speaking of internet money, they're live right now. I feel like there's too much going on. Too much going on. I like that synth, but it sounds like it's more of a top layer of another synth, if you get what I'm saying. Like, I would use that as a layer and thicken that up because it's a good layer, but I wouldn't use it standalone. It's about to change up all over again. See, it's a totally different song again. That part reminded me of this girl on Instagram named Sivers. She makes like a lot of well, music that sounds like that. It's more like upbeat and jolly. Sounds like it should be like in the background of like a Disney show or something, some type of like animated show. But yeah, I always said Vivaldi should do more, get more into sync licensing because his music is so specific to more like vibes and feelings versus like, okay, let's just chill and listen to music, if that makes sense. But yeah, like, what is all this? I'm not sure what all that is. Next one's from Profit Beats. Good old Dropbox link. Exit out of here. Play. I love how loud the bass is, but more than likely that would get turned down as soon as the artist hops on the track. Yeah, the low end's solid. Plenty of room for the artist, for sure. It sounds like it's definitely meant for an artist. Terry says Internet Money's having trouble with their live right now too. I'm sure they'll get it figured out. It took me about 30 minutes, but I figured mine out. Yeah, the internet is weird right now. It's weird times because everyone's online. Yeah, this is just too repetitive, that's all. Just too repetitive. I saw the breakdown coming, but it comes like way too late. Way too late. More UK drill. So yeah, I've been studying a lot of UK drill. And it's to the point where I do want to do a tutorial on it because like I've picked up on some things that I don't hear. Let's hear if KG does it in this track. And then I'll get into what I've been noticing with people doing UK drill tutorials and not really doing a UK drill tutorial. And I think that's also the reason why I kept hearing these UK drill beats and I'm like, it sounds like a bad trap beat. Okay, you got the hi-hats. Yeah. Perfect. Bro, yeah. I figured Keiju out of all the people would know what the hell he's doing because he's the one that introduced me to like all those dope tracks from UK drill. But yeah, he knows exactly what the hell he's doing with the patterns here. You hear how that snare is offset? You have to offset those snares, either the first snare or the second snare. And then he's doing their hi-hat trick where they have, instead of just a straight hi-hat roll or a pitch down hi-hat roll, they basically have two hi-hat rolls. So you have one hi-hat at normal volume and then another hi-hat roll at a lighter volume, and then they interchange between each other. So that's how you get the, if that makes sense. Well, actually, in this track, it sounds like he's not doing that, but he does have the same exact rhythm that you would get from doing that, if that makes sense. It's not just straight hi-hat roll, so on and so forth. Like, it has a certain, like a stutter to it. Yeah, just maybe clean up the mix a little bit. It sounds like there's a lot of like mid-low build up. So if you like open that up, it would just make the whole track sound brighter. That's one thing that I noticed with a lot of the tracks that you had sent me, Keiju. Not your tracks, but the dope, those, you know, those tracks with like millions of views and whatnot. Like a lot of those tracks were super, super clean. Super clean. So like, even though like, it still has a grimy feel to it, they're still getting rid of any excess frequencies. So got to be careful with that, with frequency build-ups in that mid-range, low mids. That's the one thing that I think is separating you from that top level. Meta Beats. Sounds like a pretty chill vibes right now. This is probably the lowest key that you could play this particular beat in, because if you went any lower, that 808 would be pretty hard to hear, but you could just hear exactly what notes it's playing. So yeah, any lower, we would be in some trouble here. But yeah, it's all 808. There's not a lot of other sounds going on. Yeah, I might need to do a tutorial about, well, I've done so many tutorials on leveling your 808, but I don't know. At the end of the day, people tend to buy the tracks with those heavier kicks and 808s, but yeah, I feel like you guys need to listen to more of the top tracks on like finished songs. Like, you'll notice that those kicks and 808s aren't the loudest thing. I mean, they're the loudest in the track. The kick might be the loudest in the track, but it doesn't feel overwhelming. Basically, you guys are just going a little too loud. On top of that, having the drums completely dry like this, it just puts everything like up front in your face. There's just so much distance between, and then you like drenched that sound that just came in, the new instrument on the right side with reverb. So there's this huge gap. Like, it sounds like that's way in the background, and then you have all these drums up front. Kind of want to fill that in a little bit. So if you threw a little reverb on the hats and that clap, you would be in much better shape here in terms of like getting that 3D effect. But now it just sounds like just two layers that are separate from each other. I mentioned that in my why I don't use compression video, like using reverb as a form of glue. So that would be a perfect example right there. If you just blended those hi-hats a little bit, or your drums, percussion, etc., that would be a lot more coherent with the rest of the track, especially with the amount of reverb on that instrument there. Yeah, you can hear how it sounds almost like two different beats going on. They just happen to be in the same key. The drum selection needs to be a little beefier for sure. The low end is just rumble. Yeah, a lot of clashing in the low end. Yeah, I would change out the drum sound selection, and you have a lot of frequencies clashing in the low end there, aka phasing, like Simo said. That's what happens when frequencies clash. You get phasing, and they'll cancel out. Well, good news is you're not really making tight beats, which, yeah, you're not like going with the crowd. But at the same time, when you do that, you got to go for a vibe that's still, you know, like I can't pick out the vibe here. I'm not sure what you're going for there. It's kind of sporadic to me. This next one's from Simo. It says, this is the beat where I tried Looperator on hi-hats and melody, and the bounce came out pretty cool. Let's check it out. Yeah, it doesn't seem like, actually I'll talk about that right after this. Yeah, anytime I think about Looperator, the main thing that I think about are hi-hat reverses. I'm taking the sample loop. Yeah, Simo, you have the loudest 808 in all of them. Yeah, anytime I mix a beat the same day that I made the beat, I make sure that I listen to it the next day and then readjust. But at the same time, it depends on how long it took me to make the beat. So if I made it pretty fast, usually there aren't any errors. Otherwise, yeah, I gotta redo it. It's another reason why I recommend just making a bunch of beats that one day and then worry about mixing another day. Just separating the process. Then on the day where you have your mixing day, just make sure you take half-hour breaks in between each mix and you won't have your fatigue. Alright, we got another one from Meta Beats. Switch up at 112. Really nice sounding kick. Simo, if you need another free month on BeatStars, let me know. I totally forgot about that. I'm a BeatStars affiliate, and I never made a video, or I never really yeah, if any of you guys need a month on BeatStars to test it out, let me know. So you just switched the synth bass to an 808, it sounds like. Good vibes. I might even turn the hi-hats down though. They're pretty loud. Might sound okay with the artist on it though. I know a lot of artists like their hi-hats loud because it helps them with the rhythm. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. It gets remixed anyway. So Simo says he's been rushing a lot of his uploads because, yeah, the one free month of BeatStars. Yeah, DM me on IG and I'll send you the 30 free days, 30 more free days. But yeah, I mean, it's good to test out the platform. That way, yeah, 30 days is plenty of time to figure out what it's like to, one, upload your beats, two, upload artwork and whatnot, maybe do some marketing. And then it's good for BeatStars because once you have, X amount of beats on there, you're kind of wanting to keep that subscription because most of you, if you're anything like Simo, you're uploading more than 10 beats, so... But yeah, let's see what's going on in this general section right here. Try changing those. Okay, I don't even know what they're talking about here. How come when I export waves, look like it stops playing sound right after the 5-second marker? Don't know why it's exporting like this. First of all, why is your waveform? That's crazy. This is also random. I use the same export settings for every song and all of a sudden it won't export properly. I don't even understand what you're saying here. How come when I export my waves, it looks like it stops playing sound right at the 5-second marker? Oh, you're saying this is what's happening after your export. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with this. Yeah, all that looks normal. I was thinking maybe you have like some automation. I'm curious what it sounds like. And it's just this song and the other tracks export just fine. Don't know about that one. I would have to actually have a look at the project itself. I've never seen that before. Got some Playboy Cardi type beats on my channel, like this one. Let's take a listen. I don't think I'll ever make another type beat again in my life. I think if I do make a type beat, it's literally going to be called an Inflightmuzik type beat, or a dark type beat, or a cinematic type beat. I'm not going to name it after someone else. Beats. Yeah, you can use more than one promo code. I don't think this sounds like a Playboy Cardi type beat. I think people confuse that by having just a happy melody and they just call it a Playboy Cardi type beat. Got to think about sound selection, sound design, and all that too. Yeah, I never would have guessed Playboy Cardi. Seems like people like it though, so. Pierre Bourne. Yeah, I'm not hearing that. Good title though, Better Days Will Come. I think that matches the vibe. Oh, someone said it right here. Melody and bass line is tough. Wouldn't necessarily say it's Playboy Cardi / Pierre Bourne. Facts. Facts on that opinion. The Eiffel 808. People love that Eiffel 808. I wasn't expecting that. I really wasn't. I really wasn't. Including Classy Beats. He was in here just a second ago. Or at the beginning of the stream. But yeah. People love that Eiffel 808. And I went back to listen to it. I was like, what are people like freaking out about? It's like, I don't know. I don't know what it is about that one. But yeah, that one caught on like really hard. Really hard. Like usually when someone buys the kit and they message me, it's 9 times out of 10, it's about that 808. I wish they would message me about the other sounds too, because I feel like there aren't any bad sounds in there. One thing that I did notice though, I felt like I went a little too crazy on the claps, and they're a little too layered. So that I can admit, it made me kind of want to do like a free kit with just claps, but there's so many good claps out there already. I'm just like, well, if you need like a stylistic clap, just use the Inflightmuzik kit, because those claps are very specific. Echelon's your favorite? Yeah, I've used the Echelon 808 quite a bit. I don't know if I have a favorite. Yeah, I don't think that I have a favorite. I don't think that I have a favorite. The good thing about those claps, though, like, it doesn't matter what you did to your beat. You're going to be able to hear those claps, no problem. Like, they always cut through. No problem. But when you play them on their own, you're just like, what the heck is this? Like, is this really going to work? But as soon as you add it in the beat, it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, when I was listening back to them, I got a little self-conscious. I was like, I don't know. Develop Terran says, I'm 13 now. Which means you were 12 years old watching my videos. Great. You're that one person that's changing my algorithm. Yeah, let's check out some of these self-promos. These were posted back in February. This one's from Bananamus. Sounds like some. Okay, yeah. You said lo-fi beat. I was gonna say study music, but those go hand in hand. I was hoping for not halftime because the beat was already slow. It would have been nice to just get into the. Yeah. Sound selection sounds good, mix sounds good, but yeah, going halftime just made it a little too slow, even for study music, I feel like. I just would have gone normal time with the drums. I wonder what the technical name for that is, if there is a technical name. Normal time, regular time? It's probably just regular time.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
This next one's from Fatal Slap 1. That's a good example of call and response. So you have the dun dun, and then it gets response from the rest of the melody that goes da da da. So each section of your melody has, what's the word that I'm looking for? Oh, that was dope. With the synth bass coming in and the rain. I think I'm gonna do that. That would sound really good in an EDM track. I'm working on my future bass album right now. I don't even want to call it an album. It's just a project. But that'll be on Spotify here within the next couple months or so. That's why I was so excited about Genesis Pro. I was like, oh, cool, a $1 VST where I can add some sounds that no one's ever heard of on the DL. But yeah, it sounds like not too many people are impressed with it. I just linked up with another company that does Serum presets. So I think I'm just going to get Serum and keep making beats with my Arturia stuff. And yeah. Pretty much my main wavetable synthesizers will be Pigments 2 and Serum. Probably more so Pigments, just because I use a lot of the analog collection so much. But and I like the sound of it compared to Serum, like out the box. So, Aton. This will probably be the best beat that we hear tonight. That was a good transition right there. Good is an understatement. That was excellent. That's how you know that you used reverb properly, because a lot of times when people hear that much reverb, they don't know how to set the tail of that reverb. So you had a lot of reverb going on, but as soon as you got into this new section right here where all the sounds drop out, you didn't hear that reverb tail continuing on and clashing into the rest of the sounds that are coming in right now. It's just nice and clean. Yeah, that's a good question. Someone commented, something about the strings, but yeah, I am curious what strings you're using. I'm assuming Contact or something like that. You're back just in time for your homie Aton. Sounded like there was a little extra static there. I'm not sure what that was. Yeah. Maybe take another look at that. Because, yeah, there definitely is something there. But doesn't break the track, though. You could even leave it and then no one's really going to care. But just being a producer, I just noticed it. Simo says the only thing he doesn't like is how stereo the bass is. Honestly, when it comes to synth basses, sometimes I hate how mono a lot of people's synth basses are. Like, I know you should keep the low end in mono for the most part, but the thing that I like to do, I like to make the sub frequencies of my synth bass mono and then spread out the higher frequencies. But yeah, in this track, it sounds like it's just spread totally. Like he just took it and spread it. But yeah, I wonder what that would sound like in mono in the club, but it probably would have some issues. Bro, I hope you have some swing on these drums because this track deserves it. Hell yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that track was begging for some swing, and you delivered. Nice sound selection. Yeah, very good job. Nice swing on the drums, good sound selection. Levels sound all good. The vocals nice and clean. Which is definitely what you want to do on a track like this where everything else is somewhat lo-fi. Having that vocal being really, really clean brings another dimension to the track. So you did really good here. I love the bass too. It sounds like it's definitely something that you made inside of a VST, but I like how you played it like an actual bass, where it sounds like it's picked off of a guitar. Yeah, you did a really good job. Really good job. Next one's from Megamads, SoundCloud. Greek Salad. Wasn't expecting these drums. Pick needs to hit a little harder. Dope melody here. Dun, dun. That's call and response for you guys. Dun, dun. Sounds like something I would have made back in the day, melody-wise, melodic-wise. Yeah, I would turn down the clap and turn up the kick. I would switch the levels of that. How loud your clap is, that's how loud your kick should be, and how loud your kick is, that's probably how loud your clap should be. But test it and see what happens. Next one's from Sin. It's called Nostalgia. Seems like a lot of people are doing a lot of lo-fi vibes here in the self-promo section. It's pretty interesting. Sound selection's pretty cool. The triangle is a little piercing, so you might want to go back and EQ that a little bit. Switch up. Hi-hat might be a little too loud, but it's not too bad. Cool, cool. Another one from Bananamus, Glide. Took too long to get into the beat. But then again, when it's an ambient beat, I mean, I guess that's what you're going for, but at the same time, you kind of want even your ambient beats to be remembered by the person listening to it. So if they really like the main part of your beat, you kind of want to introduce that early on so that they know that that's coming later. Not bad, though. Not bad. Another one from Simo. Looks like this is probably something you uploaded on BeatStars. Looks like it might be in that time period. I did notice you're uploading quite a few beats. I was wondering what was going on. What happened to your snare? We can't hear it. No, I never heard this. I wonder, 109 views. Oh, I've seen that video though, this NF video. I don't know if I would quite call that a NF type beat though. Tay Beats. I was definitely expecting this guitar. I think this is the most common, that's the most common guitar and trap music right now. That rhythm. Especially for Roddy Ricch type beats. That's in so many beats right now. Not a bad thing. Yours is slightly different. Everyone does it a little different from each other, so. I can hear the pitch drifting going on too. That's cool. Some halftime too right here. I don't think that I would have done that, but it's still a good beat. Another Spanish guitar trap type beat. Yeah, the guitar in the background, that's definitely Spanish guitar. Here comes the drop. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, that guitar is pretty cold. Oh, good name for the beat too, Havana. Yeah, that works. Simo said this video did pretty good compared to his other ones, and I have a prediction why, but let me see. Where is that beat? Right here. Well, it looks like all of them are doing about the same. Yeah, and I'm wrong because I was guessing that it was because you used 3 different artist names, but you did that with all of these, so yeah. Yeah. In reality, your best beat is probably this one in terms of the search engine. Yeah, having only posted that a week ago and it has more views than your older videos. And it's probably going to maintain those views above this one, and this one as well. Great thumbnails. Yeah, I was thinking about hiring someone to make thumbnails for my beats because I don't want to do it. I definitely do not want to do it. I just want to make beats, man, and upload them. I don't want to make thumbnails for them. I already make enough thumbnails on my tutorial channel. Another one from Tay Beats. I'm glad people are taking advantage of the self-promo section.
Tay Beats.
That was hard. This part right here. Okay, you didn't do it twice. That's actually a good thing. That's actually a really good thing. Yeah, this beat's fire, fire, fire. Good mix, good levels. Yeah, that was fire. UK drill type beat. Let's see if he has the rhythm down. Has a lot of potential for a nasty UK drill rhythm. Nice, you did it. Freaking did it. Yeah. Definitely UK drill. The only problem is those drums are crazy, crazy compressed or crazy, crazy gated. So they sound really, really tiny. Like they sound like little blips. They're loud, but they're really small. But maybe that's the vibe that you're going for. I don't think that I gravitate towards that personally, but hopefully you're selling on that. Another one from Fatal Slap.
Pretty good. Good.
This might get a little too repetitive. I liked it at the beginning, but yeah, it's a little too repetitive. Not too sure about that rim shot. Sounds out of place. Doesn't really match the sound selection, I feel like. J Rays. Shine. The beat is too low. That your bass line's too low, so it's going in and out. We're starting to lose it a little bit down there. The drums sound really, really dated, like they're from way back in the day. Yeah, to update those drums for sure, because the rest of the beat sounds modern, but you have these really old drums. Yeah, really old drums. Drink some water. Your clap is too loud. Kick sounds nice. Might be a little too loud too, but I think that's because you might have compensated for how loud your clap is. Cool melody. Cool melody. Sammy on the beats. I already know this is gonna get way too repetitive. Oh no, what happened to your drums? We can't hear your drums. They're half as loud as they should be. And your clap is panned to the left. You want that straight down the middle. You're getting some digital clipping. So that's not the type of clipping that you want. So we have this extra distortion that's going on the sides, which is really weird because your drums are so low. So I'm not even sure how you achieved that. Yeah, your master must look crazy. Yeah, you hear all that distortion? Not the good kind of distortion. That's all digital clipping that I'm hearing. It's very, very different from... And there's times where I'll use digital clipping, but I only use that on a kick. That's the only thing that I've really heard digital clipping on that actually sounded good, and that's on a kick drum. So that's why you'll see some producers push their beat super, super loud, but in reality, it's only the kick that's going above. But yeah, something you might want to take another look at in the track. I'm not sure what you did there because it's counterintuitive. Your drums are so low, but you're getting all this digital clipping. Oh, what's up, Vivaldi? Yeah, I could hear Tekka on that, but would he pick it? Probably not, but I hear where you're going with this. I don't like the drum selection. The drum selection just sounds a little... It doesn't really go with everything else that's going on. Yeah, I feel like those are two different vibes. Hard to explain, so I totally get it if you don't get what I'm saying. I'll just move on to the next beat. Craig Dobb Beats.
Craig Dobb Beats.
Sounds like there's a lot of processing on here. I think that's holding you back. I would just stick to basic EQ and maybe add delay and reverb as effects. But just stick to basic EQ and then maybe a soft clipper or a limiter. After you do all that, you'll be in much better shape. But I could hear all the processing on here. Sounds like a ton of saturation. And it sounds like you might have used like a stereo widener or something, so everything's like really spread apart on the high end. So if you put this in mono, you're going to hear that a lot of those sounds are really unbalanced. Yeah, it sounds cool in stereo, but once you collapse it down to mono, you're going to hear the problems. That's definitely a Tech 9 Strange Music vibe for sure though. So I see where you're going with that. Posted this one twice. We're gonna skip that. Another one from Aton. It's called Scorpion. Let's see what we have left here. Yeah, I'll play those and then get on up out of here. Unless we have more in beat critiques, I'll have to double check that. I think I've heard this one. Probably on IG. Absolutely fire though, as always. It's dope listening to this while watching John Wick 2. I have John Wick 2 playing on my other screen and it's syncing up pretty good. Let me see if I could show you guys what I'm looking at. Oh, well, now the beat totally changed, but... Oh, what happened here? Well, enough of that before I get like a copyright strike or something. I doubt I do. Oh, I must have zoomed in on accident too. Hold on. Fire. Let's go back to beat critiques and see what we got here. G-funkish type beat. Oh damn, that's definitely some G-funk.
With so much drama in the LBC, it's kind of hard being Snoop D on the G. But I in the morning, so what you wanna do? Shit, I got a pocket full of rubbers and my homeboys do. Damn, now this type of shit happens all the time. None of these at ease.
Dope. I'm not gonna play all of it just to avoid getting a strike from. I almost said Def Jam from. Man, what's Dre's label? Aftermath? What's their main label, though? Is Aftermath under... they're under Interscope, yeah. DJ Vivaldi. That sounds like... I forget the name of the song. I've played this, or not this, but I've played the song that I'm thinking of. I've played it. I feel like I've played it at a wedding when I was DJing. Sounds like you're pumping the sidechain just a little too much, so maybe back that down a little bit, or change the shape of the sidechain so it's cleaner. Yeah, it sounds like the sound needs to come back a little faster. Yeah, that sounds dope. And then this sounds like hardstyle. Yeah, man. It sounds like 3 different tracks in one. I expect nothing less from DJ Vivaldi. Let's see what's going on in tips and tricks. What? Not advocating for anything, but I'm advocating. Let me go ahead and delete that. Nexus 2 is trash. Worst VST, not even worth. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Nexus 2. I definitely wouldn't call it the worst VST, though. What is the worst VST? Probably in terms of synths. Well, Nexus isn't even a synth, it's a rompler. So what's the worst rompler? I don't know. Go to what's that website? I can't remember the website that has all those free VSTs. But yeah. Next we have... Oh, I lost my place. We're at Aton somewhere. Was it this one? Yeah, I believe we're right here. No, this might have been the... Yeah, we're further down. No, maybe that was where we're at. Yeah, this is where we left off. This got some bounce. Yeah, this is dope. Yeah, nice and bouncy. Good mix. This is from Sin Emerald Forest. Wish it would have dropped. I don't like that snare. Actually, I don't like the rhythm. No. I can't pick up on what you're trying to do here. Yeah, that would be dope if you redid the drums. Yeah, that doesn't work for me. Next one's Gigatod.
Real niggas. Money making niggas. Down to earth niggas. Family type of niggas. Take care of business type of niggas. Niggas that you read about and niggas that'll see you about money business. Your fuck ups and just like me don't give a fuck. All around in the streets I'm rapping to this fire beat. That's my motherfucking crowd, so watch your motherfucking mouth. It's not complicated, I'm hated for my many skills when I'm...
Sounds like the underground of the underground. I really don't have any advice for that. It just sounds really dated, for sure. Aton Hypno. Pay attention to the levels in this track, particularly in particular the low end. This is what I was talking about earlier, where a lot of you are just pushing that low end way too loud. It doesn't have to be that loud. You just got to hear it. It's gonna be loud. It's gonna be loud. Like, imagine what this is gonna sound like on stadium speakers. Like, that low end would drop, or not this one, but the low end that you guys are using in a lot of your tracks are just going to sound horrible. That's why when it gets mixed again, it sounds more like this, what you're hearing right here. And you guys wonder why your kicks aren't punchy. You hear how punchy this kick is? That's because the bass isn't there to overpower everything down there. So, yeah, if you do that, you don't have to worry about things like sidechain as much or having to EQ the crap out of your kick in 808. You just level it right. But I still use sidechain, though, because it does make a difference if you use it right. But that will allow you to really make your kick sound like it's hitting even harder, even though you didn't turn it up at all. So that helps you with the mastering stage if you like to master your beats. This is from Sapphire.
Mikä siinä on? Et täytyy sun mulle sun päätäsi aukoa. Ja mikä siinä on? Et jatkuva syöttö ei näkyvistä taukoa. Pitäisikö pitää se suuki ja olla vaan hiljaa?
Vocals sound dope. Well mixed. I like the effects.
On miettinyt kauan, et kuka nyt räkiksi tänne nyt haluu.
Everything's super intelligible, so good amount of either sounds like you used compression, so I was gonna say automation, but everything's nice and level either way, whether you used automation, compression, or both, which is what I recommend, using both. Yeah, this is fire. And you got to the chorus at 50 something seconds, so yeah, you hit the chorus before the 1 minute mark. That's perfect. Usually right around the 1 minute mark, you want the energy to be at its peak, aka you want the chorus to play. That's cool, man. That is cool. Next one's from Sin, called Madison. Sounds like the melody from this one song called Blue, or Blue something. I can't remember who made that track. Excision? Even the bass line's the same. I'm not too happy with that, with the drum programming though. I feel like the hi-hat actually works in terms of the sound selection. It's dope when you have a unique hi-hat that actually works in a track. Another one from Sin. But yeah, the rhythm of that track wasn't really meshing too well with the rest of the track to me. I don't remember if it was you or someone else that had that triangle that was a little too piercing, but the same thing is happening here. Just got to go in and EQ that a little bit. Yeah, it's really piercing. I would add some reverb on that clap. That clap's really dry. Cool vibe though. Hey everyone, this is my last EP, Hip Hop Trap. I hope you like it. I wonder if it's an actual EP or just some beats. Sounds dope, but yeah, it's obvious these are just beats. You hear that guitar? That's the same guitar rhythm that I was talking about earlier, where everyone's using that same rhythm. That's dope. Normally when you have an EP, you want those tracks to make sense together. You have like 3 different vibes already. Should have just called it a beat tape and made, added more tracks to it. Dope groove. That guitar is wild. Yeah, another totally different vibe right here too. And another vibe. This is closer to EDM. But then again, even in your description, you have 3 different names: hip hop, trap, lo-fi. Yeah, maybe have a hip-hop project, a trap project, and a lo-fi project and release those separately. That'll allow people to go through your playlist and continue going through your playlist. As soon as you switch up the type of music that they're listening to, that's when they head on over to someone else. So you're not really doing yourself a favor by having 5 different types of tracks on one EP. But yeah, you want that playability to where they just keep listening throughout the entire project. But yeah, let's go to we have Aton here with a wash your hands type beat. Oh my god.
The great living Atom.
Oh my god. We got those sicky beats. Sicky beats, 808s. Oh my god. Where'd you find all this Foley for water coming out of the sink? That's hilarious. Oh my god. That'd be dope if you recorded that yourself. Jesus. This ain't playing for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. Gonna have to skip it. I'll click the link, I guess.
Craig, Dob, B. Craig.
Followed by
Dob,
coronavirus.
B.
Oh my god. I guess that makes sense because these were probably posted, yeah, March 18th. That's why. Yeah, the day before. That makes sense. I was like, what the hell happened? But yeah, I had both beats playing at the same time. Yeah, same thing with this track. I could hear all the processing. Sounds like... So earlier I said it sounds like you have a lot of saturation on your sounds. I can tell it's an exciter. It sounds like an exciter. Yeah, it sounds like you're using Ozone and you went a little crazy with the multi-band exciter. Even though if that's not what you did, I'm just saying that's what it reminds me of. Because I used to do that, so I used to make that mistake when I first got Ozone. Okay. Okay, so you have a little bit of swing on these drums, but I would actually take that swing off. I feel like this would be better if you had more of a straight-on drum pattern with this. Yeah, like right there, it just feels uncomfortably loose. Like it needs to tighten up a little bit, but the track is still crazy good. Cool change up, cool vibe. I like it. Last one is from Sin. And then I think I'm going to head out. It's called Battle Angel. Yeah, new tutorials starting Monday. And I think I'm going to post every day. So, yeah, get ready for a lot more new content from the main tutorial channel. For those of you that are still watching, do us all a favor and drop a like on the video, on the stream. And if you're watching the replay, definitely drop a like if you made it this far into the replay. Yeah, the I and the gun sounds, I don't really think that's ever necessary in 2020. I think people do that to make their beat sound like it's harder, but it actually makes it sound corny every single time. Every single time. And it's been that way ever since 1999. Like, it's always been corny. So I don't know why people do that. I have no idea why people add gunshots and machine guns to their beats, because one, it sounds dated now, but even back when it wasn't dated, it sounded corny as all hell. But then again, that's just my opinion. but I know a lot of people share that opinion. So just a warning in case you're trying to get artists on your track, or if you're trying to collab with a producer. I don't know who BBNO $ is. But yeah, this sounds like you could turn this into something. Yeah, my problem with back in the day when I was sending loops to people, like, it was too I'll go a little too crazy with the melodies. Like, you need the loop to be repetitive, and that's what you did here, so that they could, you know, add more to it off of that instead of having the whole entire idea. Like, you don't leave room for the collab when you do that. I'm actually about to do another collab, or 2 collabs with Crackalak on the track. Definitely check out his channel if you haven't. I met him on a live podcast back when Producer Grind was on their main channel. You'll notice that Producer Grind is on 2.0 right now, so it in the if you look at the name underneath their videos, it says Producer Grind 2.0. But back when they were just Producer Grind, they used to go live, and those were really cool because you could chat with the other producers watching. But they don't do that anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, that's how I met him. He actually happens to live here in Michigan. That's where I moved to, so that was a pretty weird coincidence. But yeah, a couple collabs coming on the channel here in the next couple weeks. Yeah, I already have like 2 weeks of videos planned out. Well, to be honest, I actually have a year's worth of videos planned out, but I know which videos I want to drop these next 2 weeks. So like I said, I think I'm going to be posting every day starting Monday. So a lot of content coming. I'm going to be playing around with the posting times. I think the first one I'm going to post at 8 o'clock. On Tuesday, I'm going to try and post around 11. And then on Wednesday, I'm going to try and post around 2 o'clock. Because I've been noticing ever since, you know, people have been quarantined, they've been watching my videos really early in the morning, like around 8 o'clock, and also 11 o'clock and 2 o'clock. I've been seeing a lot of peaks going on right there. So I'm going to test each of those out over the next week or so. I might even pull a BusyWorks Beats and do triple post or double post, just depending on how I'm feeling. But I've always told myself to never do that because I would hate to be in the situation where where I don't feel like making a video or something, and I could have had an extra video or 2 if I didn't double post on one day. And plus, I don't really believe that double posting really helps all that much, but I recently read that YouTube will still send out notifications for up to 3 videos in the same day. So yeah, maybe it might not be a bad idea to post two videos in the same day, now that we're in a situation where everyone's online watching YouTube videos, because I'm sure I'm not the only channel that that experienced a nice little spike in their views. So, and I did that without posting anything before this even started happening. So I imagine when I do start posting again this Monday, I'll probably get some crazy views, because I assume we'll still be under quarantine for the next while, for a good while. So yeah, we're going to leave it at that.